Hello Virgo. Welcome to the channel. This is Asnointia here. For those of you who are returning, thank you so much for liking, sharing, and subscribing to the channel. And for those of you who are new, welcome. So this is a general love reading. And I'll be looking into the feelings and emotions of the person that you are connecting with on a romantic level, what it is that they're feeling and thinking towards you currently. The deck that I'm using is the Goddess Oracle deck by Amy Sophia Marashinsky. So some of you may have been, sorry guys, some of you may have been in a relationship. This could be in the past. This could also be something that is current. For others of you, this could be a situationship. For a small portion of you, this could be somebody that you've met and you know there's a whole lot of energy, but no one's really speaking up. All right. So, we have here sensuality, embracing the shadow, surrender, pleasure, illness, wellness, compassion, play, mystery, and relationship under the bottom of the deck, the overall arching theme. For those of you who are new, my method of reading is just slightly different. I do have the ability of channeling through my higher intuitive self to get the answers that I need. I do not channel through any spirit guides. I never have. And I have certain reasons for that. At the end of this reading, I do channel Archangels Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, and Uriel to provide you with some advice based on what comes up today. So, this is a past life spiritual connection. The both of you are very much a connection. I'm getting the word intense. Intense and sensually intense connection. A lot of pleasure from this one. I'm going to express to you what it is that your person of interest is feeling towards you currently. My dear Virgo, the connection that I have with you, there is a sense of sensuality. I feel close to you, and I want to be close to you. Seeing you from afar, it's like you're teasing me. I want to be near you. I want to hold you. I want to run my fingers through your hair and gently kiss your lips, caress your cheeks, and hold you close. You are everything about you is just very tantalizing. And you tease me when you look the other way. I feel this intense connection with you, and it's hard for me not to think about you in that way. I don't want to think of you as an object, to treat you like an object. I don't want that to happen. But what I do want is for you and I to be together. And yet there are problems. You have seen a side of me that was very dark. A side of me that I can't really explain anymore. I was very impulsive, compulsive, and aggressive. And you have seen that side of me. There's a part of me that feels very lost without you. I want you to embrace that shadow side of me because it is actually a part of who I am. I can't escape it. I am who I am. I can't change my ways for anybody, but maybe I can for you. There's a part of me that feels very uncomfortable now. And I know that you feel uncomfortable as well, which is why it's difficult to connect. There's also a part of me that feels very awkward now. The way you and I are, the sense of awkwardness, relying on something like this, it is very difficult for me. I do feel that in this connection, there is a sense of surrender. Wanting to surrender, being that person who feels as if I belong to you and you belong to me. I have surrendered my mind, my heart, my body to you because I feel a lot of pleasure from this connection. I feel emotional, spiritual, and physical pleasure. All of my senses, everything just comes to life thinking about you. I also feel that in this connection, there's this desire to move beyond the confined space that I'm in. I want to be with you the way that you want me to be. But there are other things weighing me down, holding me down, preventing me from achieving what it is that I want to achieve. There are restrictions, constraints, burdens, certain things that don't allow me to go above the surface of the water, but it's just drowning me. I feel desperation, despair, and depression. And it's hard for me to get my mind out of that state. I do understand what I have put you through. And I have compassion for what you are going through now too. Empathy, compassion, and sympathy. There are certain things that I would have hoped for. One of those things was you. And a promise to be together. In you I have found a friend. A best friend. Someone who I can call my own. The feeling that I have, it is vast. It's a lot. In your eyes I see mischief. I see that in this connection, you and I, we are more alike than there are differences. You bring me the sense of youthfulness, of vibrance. I feel young again, alive again. And I also feel that in this connection, you and I have a spiritual bond. I see that when I'm with you, everything around me, even the air, it just seems to be right. And there's something about you that's so familiar as if I've known you from before. I think and wonder and question the universe. I question God. Why is it that you are in my life? Why now? Why not before? Why not long ago? There must be a reason. Why not far into the future? Right now, what I feel for you is the sense of understanding and unconditional love that just exists by default. For some reason, I feel connected to you. I can't put my finger on it, but I know we have something close. And I have this feeling of this relationship. It is big. It's a big feeling. It's a true feeling. It's a long-lasting feeling. Many moons, many nights have gone by, and I've just stayed awake, lying awake in bed, sometimes staring at the ceiling, sometimes at my phone, your picture, and sometimes I just stare into the night sky. But I know you're out there somewhere. And I want a long-term connection. I envy others, the ones that are with you. I want to be with you. I want to share the happiness with you. I see how others are with you, and I like what I see. For now, I feel it's important for me to try to make sense of how I feel. And hopefully I don't have to feel so awkward anymore and uncomfortable because of the things that I have said and done. All right, Virgo. Interesting. There's two cards here, the Embracing the Shadow card as well as the Illness Wellness. You have a lot of influence on this person, Virgo, and Illness Wellness talks about you have the power of making this person feel ill, and you have the power of making them feel well. This is how much of an influence you have on them now. So, let's see what the other cards have to say. There's not a lot of information here, but I do see that this is a transitional phase for them. They're changing from whatever was happening before now. And they're starting to realize that you have an emotional, spiritual, and physical connection. And they're enjoying that connection. The overall arching theme, it does talk about how there's this desire to be in a relationship itself. That's a very direct card. So for those of you who are new, the first set of cards I just read, those are the current feelings and emotions of your person of interest. Now, this particular deck that I'm about to read, this is all of the feelings, well, I can't say all, but some of the feelings that your person of interest felt quite some time ago. During that time when things were going great and all of a sudden something just happened and poof, this person just kind of faded, they ghosted, they did not give you closure. This is for those of you that feel like that. So this hopefully will provide you with some understanding as to what was going on in their mind. What were they thinking when they took that action? Or when they just didn't act at all? Something happened. What was it? This is the Lover's Path Tarot, and I do read these cards in the reverse. Okay, there you have it. My goodness gracious me. There may be something to do with the stars, the zodiacs, the signs, because the way this just fell down. I have seen this card a lot. It's probably the third time I've seen it, and I have shuffled it. So it's interesting. Prince of Coins followed by the King of Staffs. Purge. I'm seeing the word purge. Okay, it's time. So this is what's happening. It seems like before the new year, out with the old and then in with the new. That's what's happening.
there's a lot of realization after, at least where I am, where the seasons are changing, right? There's a lot of realization, and the season has changed and the mood has changed. And so some people here are going to realize that the person that you were with, they turned out to be quite different than what you expected. They were not exactly who they said they were. They were not exactly portraying themselves as what you had thought them to be originally. So here we have the Prince of Coins. Prince of Coins. This talks about how your person of interest at that time was not wanting to work very hard. And wisdom was necessary in order to create growth, but there was a lack of wisdom. They did not want to seek opportunities for development, even though opportunities were knocking right at the door. They stopped taking care of themselves on a material level. They wanted to enjoy the pleasures associated to this, but they were unable to enjoy that. What was the reason behind this, Virgo? Inertia or laziness. Not taking action or responsibility. So not taking action or responsibility, now that's huge, because this does mean that even if this person was in a connection with you, you might have noticed this person was a bit lazy. They did not really want to work hard. Sorry, guys. They were not taking any action in terms of this connection, and nor were they taking any responsibility. Now, why were they not taking any action or responsibility? Because they did not want to. Why does somebody not do something? It's because they do not want to. It's not because they can't, especially here with the Prince. Yes, this person could have done a few things, but they chose not to. What is the reason usually? Being quite uncertain, unclear, insecure. We also have here the King of Staves. Let's have a look. So this talks about wanting to harness the forces of having confidence. There you go. Mastery and support. But not quite strong enough to do so. Someone who seems supported but isn't reliable. So your person of interest did not take that sense of responsibility and action. But another issue that they had is they came off and they looked like a king. Somebody who was very mature, who knows it all, who has it all. Here, the problem was they looked like one, but their characteristics and their experiences were not reflective of that. They did not actually have confidence. They were not very supportive. And that is what we have here. Someone who seems supportive, but isn't reliable. So, as in at least 2 readings before this one, it does appear that your person of interest may have been, this is a bit higher of a higher level. So some of the previous readings I did, it was another card plus only the Prince of Coins, which talks a lot about immaturity. Here you have the Prince and the King. So the way I interpret this is they were on the inside, they were very immature, and they were also wanting to explore more things. On the outside, they looked like a king. This could be a man or a woman, but they looked like they had it all. They looked as if, and they would, for example, somebody's wearing a suit, right? And you walk and it's like, oh, wow, that person looks really confident just because they're wearing a suit. Usually that's the case. This is an issue here because, and I'm talking about a business suit, there's an issue here because even though this person was walking in that business suit, deep down, they did not have the confidence. So this was somebody who was trying to be more than what they were. And when it didn't work out, that is when they realized, you know what, I can't take this responsibility. I can't take this action. I'm not reliable. They didn't say it to themselves, but it's just by nature they were like this, and you observed this. So that's what you're dealing with here. Somebody who was trying to be something that they were not. Common theme these days. All right. Let's have a look at the Beginner's Tarot. So here I'll be looking into any sort of actions, any plans, any intentions your person of interest may have. Okay. Interesting. So, wow. We have a situation here, Virgo. It's a little complicated. This connection is complicated. You probably think that all the time. But here I can see it. And this is just a general love reading. It's not going to resonate for everybody. You guys know it's not private. Temperance. First card's the strongest. There is this strong desire to make peace and be consistent and have a better balance. I'm seeing the word consistent. So there is this desire to be consistent, to make peace with whatever is going on in one's heart and mind. But this is a balance that needs to be attained, suggested by the spiritual aspect of things. And then we have the Queen of Pentacles. They see you as the Queen of Pentacles. They think that both of you would make a great power couple. Remember before we just had the King of Coins, that is the King of Pentacles. Here we have the Queen of Pentacles. So with the Pentacles, it does talk about how this person wants to be in this connection with you because you are somebody who is very nurturing, caring, protecting, and loving. They can actually depend on you. This is how they feel. Now, it's not necessary that they do depend on you, but they also had the King of Pentacles. What I'm seeing here is if the both of you, let's say, were to be together and were to work together, just as an example, this person thinks that both of you would make a great team. And what they're feeling is a sense of inspiration. They feel that they can actually gather a lot from you and learn more from you. And that way their self-esteem, I'm seeing the word, increases. So it's almost like they need a support person, like a support network, right? Everybody needs somebody. And sometimes, and it's not all the time either, everybody needs somebody, but at some point in time, everybody needs somebody. We have here a situation where this person feels that you both make a perfect couple. The problem is they're living a little bit in a fantasy land. They're not actually making, it's not, I'm seeing realistic. There's no realistic plan made here. The planning is wrong. So it's as if in this connection, this person had all these plans, all these ideas, but it just didn't work out. And it's because it was planned poorly by somebody who lacks wisdom. We have here also the Nine of Swords. So this is a very sad card. The person wakes up in the middle of the night. This could be and might not be possible for this person. But I don't mean to say possible. Let's say this a better word. So let me just put it this way. In the middle of the night, this person might wake up. So in a sense, it's like sleep disturbances, psychic disturbances, psychic attacks even. This person is having sleepless nights, and there are certain things that are almost attacking them in a spiritual sort of way. So they wake up, they can't sleep, there's insomnia. Metaphorically speaking, they have these 9 swords looming over their head, and they put their face on their hands, and they're just wondering, hanging their head down, how could I have done this? That's the question. How could I have done this? Where has this led to? There is a lot of guilt, there's a lot of doubt, and a lot of fear. So clearly, your person of interest now is feeling that pain and that suffering, which is great because in order to move on, in order to be wiser, one has to go through such things. We also have here the Knight of Wands. Interesting. Knight of Wands. Your person of interest definitely finds you, once again, to be very sensual. They find you to be very attractive. With this card, however, the type of combination I'm seeing right now, I usually don't say this. But with this combination, this is somebody who is very impulsive, compulsive, and aggressive. This is somebody who may take action first and think later. There is a lot of passion. The passion may be short-lived. That's the problem. So with the Knight of Wands, this could possibly be player energy. But the reason why it is, it's because your person of interest feels that they can get away with whatever it is that they've wanted to do. Now the problem here is that they are also regretting certain things that they have done. Even if they wanted a second chance, they don't know if it would work out. We also have here the Five of Wands. So the Five of Wands talks about external issues, arguments and fights and struggle that's continuing, or that would have been the case back in the day between both of you. But even now, there are arguments, disagreements. Not only that, but the type of arguments we're dealing with here. This is talking about how people have really started to keep, or rather started to put their nose in where it doesn't belong. So people here being nosy. There's a sense of jealousy. And somebody here is very witty, but it's almost like they taunt, or maybe they mock someone. But this is somebody else. This is not you. So there's jealousy here. There's people who are jealous, people who are spreading rumors. There's gossip. These are external factors that may be playing a part in this connection. So external issues are creating internal problems. That's the situation. All right. Let's have a look what the angels have to say about this. We have here, if you believe. No need to worry. There is something better. Remain positive. Listen to your intuition. Ask your angels. And wait. Under the bottom of the deck, the overall arching theme, a year from now. Makes sense. The way the cards came up, there's a lot of changes that are needed. All right, Virgo. So these messages are brought to you by Archangels Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, and Uriel. Here, the first card is the strongest we have here, if you believe. So with the feeling of if you believe, it is a feeling of manifestation, right? If you believe, then it will happen. However, we know that it has to be practical, right? It can't be that you haven't spoken to this person in 20 years or even 5 years at all, and all of a sudden, boom, you're expecting them to reach out to you. It's not practical. But here, if you are resonating with the majority of the reading, then here it is for you. This is meant for you, that if you believe, then you will succeed in this connection. They are telling you here, there's no need to worry. Some of you have been worrying, and what that actually does is it attracts negative energy, and it's important to not have negative energy if you want to manifest. So I do have 2 packages on my website, in fact, the Holy Light package and the Chakra Checkup package. Please have a look at those if you want to get rid of negative energies from your home, around your aura, and inside of your chakra centers, which is your body. Here, we also have there's something better. So there's something better than the situation that you are in. And there's someone better than the person that you are thinking about. There's two things here. They are telling you here to not worry and remain positive. By remaining positive, so you have a few cards here that I'm seeing you will need, and I recommend that you get the Holy Light package to get rid of negative energies. You got 3 cards here that actually talk about manifesting and being positive and not worrying, but they're also related to negative energies, because if you have negative energies, then none of this can come true. Okay? It's not possible, because the negative energies outweigh in power. They don't outpower. There's no such word as that. They overtake the positive. So, for example, you may have 4 spirit guides, your great-grandparents, and like, I don't know, somebody passed away that you really love, and they visit you sometimes, and they're there guiding you, but they are outnumbered by, for example, 12 demons around you, right? Around your aura and your home, even inside of you. So this is something that I do. I get rid of these things for you. I do teach you how to do it, and then you do it. But the Holy Light package is a self-help guide, and also the Chakra Checkup is a guide that you have, but I go through the process with you. Here we also have listen to your intuition. So this is interesting. Listening to your intuition is important when you ask your angels. So at some point in time, you're going to be asking your angels, you're going to be praying, you're going to be trying to manifest. Now, we do not pray to angels. We do pray to God, and God, who is the one in the universe. This is specifically Jesus' Father, and these angels work around them. So the Father, that is a source, who we call God, he's like the manager, and it prefers being in the he state and the alpha state. It has feminine qualities as well. But who we call the Supreme Being, God, these angels work for him. And it is very easy. What I do, my method is I just close my eyes, I just pray. I pray to Jesus, and then I see the holy white light of God. Envelop yourself in that holy white light. Remember to always say the word holy. There's many lights in the universe, but there's only one holy light, which is the most powerful. These angels are the employees. They work for that holy light. And they themselves are in different forms, but for us, they are in this form. So you can request that Archangels Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, and Uriel come to planet Earth to help you with whatever it is that you need. You give permission to them, and you ask for permission from the source. Eventually, Virgo, you will be feeling and seeing signs and synchronicities. You'll start to notice that things will make more sense. And please understand, not all relationships are meant to be. Sometimes the reason why you catch someone in bed with someone else, why do you think you ended up at the same point at the same time? Or you caught that text message. You caught them red-handed. Why do you think that happened? It's not by chance. It's not a coincidence. That is the universe telling you, this is what you're dealing with. Get ready for the next step. Either you can forgive or you move on. These are warning signs. But when we go back and we ignore these things and we think, no, you know what? This person deserves me. The truth is, no, you deserve somebody better. You deserve somebody better, and that's why you're seeing these signs and these synchronicities. This sort of stuff happens usually for the betterment of you, for your greater good. That is why sometimes we go through these obstacles and these heartaches and heartbreaks, because it is a sign from the universe that, hey, you know what? Probably this is not the best option for you. You have something better. That's exactly what you have here. You have something better. There's something better. 2 things. Either there's something better than the situation that you're in, or there's someone better than the person that you are thinking about right now. Whatever is going to happen, Virgo, anything that's going to manifest, you're going to be asking your angels, and you're going to be listening and getting answers intuitively. This is your soul, speaking to you, the body / the spirit. Soul's much more older and wiser than you are. So listen to it. It's been there, done that. Whatever you do, whatever is going to happen in this connection, you have a timeline here, a year from now. So it may take from now until the next few months. And please, if you got this last year, just understand this deck only goes up to a year from now. It does not go up to 3 or 5 years from now. It could be, hopefully not, fingers crossed, that might pop up again. There's been readings where I've done even for myself. And yes, every year the darn thing pops up. It's really discouraging, I know. But sometimes, like the angels say here, wait. Wait. And the wait is so true because it says wait just before the overall arching theme, a year from now. So there is a waiting period. Waiting means that you're waiting for something to happen, which means after the waiting period is gone and done with, something will happen. Okay. Virgo, that is your reading. I hope I was able to provide you with some clarity and some guidance in your situations. Do let me know in the comments below if any of this has resonated. And feel free to have a look at my other channel, which is Asnointia Audio. The videos there are absolutely free on YouTube. The link is below. Some of the videos I have, one is actually on negative energies, how to recognize and remove negative energies. I'd recommend that you see that. It's very helpful. Also, I have some on past life and spiritual connections. I also do past life readings, so you can have a look online on my website if you want a past life reading. I have all the details there. And the past life reading is really interesting because I go into the past, typically. Sometimes there's a rare occasion where it's a future life reading where it hasn't been scheduled yet in this lifetime, but in another life you'll be together. But the majority of them are past lives. So it shows me what happened in the past life that has affected this person and you, and why is your situation the way that it is now? How is it affecting this lifetime? So that's something very interesting, eye-opening, and it gives some people some closure, better understanding as to why everything's happening. It's the farthest I can go, right? To get right to the root and the cause of this issue. So feel free to have a look at that as well. Also, I have on my channel relationship-related advice videos, and there's a few more things there. All right. Thank you, Virgo, for tuning in. Let me know in the comments below if any of this has resonated. I do read the comments as much as I can and reply as much as I can. Thank you all. You take care. Stay safe. Bye now.